Hi, today we are going to take a look at simplifying radicals. What do I mean by a radical? Well, the one you're probably most familiar with would be something like the square root of 9. Okay, square root of 9, you have to ask yourself what number times itself will give you 9, and that's real easy. The answer to that particular problem is 3. Okay, now what if we get a number like the square root of 18? Okay. If you punch that into your calculator and hit the square root button, you're going to get 4.242640687, and the number continues to go on forever. So at this point in time, you're like, oh man, I'm not writing all that down. And you say, oh, the square root of 18 is approximately equal to 4.24. Now, we rounded, so this is an approximation of what the square root of 18 is. In mathematics, it's very often more important to have exact answers than approximate answers. So I have little techniques here, two techniques to show you how to calculate out the square root of 18. All right, so here we go. First technique. You've probably learned this years past in your Algebra 1 course, or maybe reviewed it in your geometry course. So take the square root of 18, and what we're going to do is we're going to do a factor tree. Square root of 18 comes down to 2 times 9, and 9 is 3 times 3. Okay, so factor trees. What's important is you take your factor tree down until you get all prime numbers. There's a property in mathematics that says with the factor trees, the product of the primes equals this number. So if we do 2 times 3 times 3, 2 times 3 times 3, and you don't miss any of them, that will give you your 18 back. So we're going to rewrite the square root of 18 like such. Now, the square root, I haven't said it yet, but it's really the second root. The second root, what number times itself goes into it? 2 times. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to look for pairs of numbers. So we've got a pair of 3's right here. Okay, so this will be the second root of 2 times, now 3 times 3 is 9. Okay, now I need a little bit more room, so I'm going to come up to here. So let me just recopy that for you. Second root of 2 times 9. Okay, there are a property of radicals. We can do this. So we can rewrite that as the second root of 2 times the second root of 9. Second root meaning square root. Okay, so square root of 9, as we talked about up here, the second root of 9 is 3. So what we have here is the second root of 2 times 3. And this will be commonly written. We're going to put the number out front and times the second root of 2. Square roots, very seldomly do we ever write the second root on them. It's just implied when it's not written. Okay, so that's one technique to simplify the square root of 18. If you have a pretty good number sense, square root of 18, and you think about it, and you say to yourself, hey, 9 times 2 is 18, and you're thinking 9 is a perfect square. You can jump straight to this step. 9. Okay, so 9 times 2, which was similar to the step down here. So then you can break it up into the square root of 9 times the square root of 2, which becomes 3 times the square root of 2. So these can be done a lot faster than the factor tree method. But that factor tree method really is great for larger numbers and things that you cannot do in your head, especially when you're not recognizing perfect squares in your problem.